And welcome everybody into a backtesting session. So the last video was mainly focused on starting the actual trade that I took up to now in April, reviewing them, analyzing them, and dissecting them, trying to understand better what are the key characteristics that make a good trade versus a poor trade, and so on and so on. So now what I'm going to do is trying to see, of course, during the trade day, I don't only take trades. I sometimes, of course, just take a trade idea, or I come back to the chart and I see, okay, this was a good trade idea. This is a good trade setup. Let's try to take a print screen, and then I will analyze it because, okay, how is a winning trade? How does it show up on the chart? What are the key characteristics? Where can I find it? What time? Whatsoever, blah, 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 yada, yada. So mainly, let's start and just get into it. So what I do is mainly I have my print screen, and then I focus on some main characteristics. For example, what is the kind of setup? What is reacting to PPLs or previous lows, key level? How many candles confirmation did he give? Best entries? Was it the best entry was at the same candle? I will talk about it, or opposite candle. It will win either way with if I had like a 15 pip break-even rule, and if it was in trend or counter trend. So let's get into it. So for example, this is number 27. We can see that price is in a little bit of a consolidation before New York open, and we are going around the key level. So now we are on the 1 minute chart. We're not anymore on the 60 ticks chart. So what we can see is that price at probably New York open, around that, price makes a double top at a strong 15-minute PSA. I don't know what was, yada, yada, yada. But let's have a look at it, try to see it objectively. So if I want to, okay, let's see if I can do something about it. Okay. Like this. Let's see if I don't know anything of what happened next. I could probably do it in a much easier way, and let's do it in a much easier way, which is just getting like this. Okay, so for example, so we are coming at the chart. So far, yes, we identified that this is a strong 50-minute PSA, and that's good. What we see right now, what is the price, the market telling me? So we are at, we broke above these previous highs. We quickly retested them, not really with a trade idea, and it's not even a big range, and then moved up. These were the previous lows. This is probably where the price grabbed liquidity before New York open. Price made higher lows, higher highs, higher low, retesting this area, but not really entry confirmation because we are still in the middle of this range. So unless this was a key price point of interest, yes, this was a key level, but price was moving around it for a long time. We could also say that price was in a bearish lower time frame because it was making lower highs and lower lows. So the last move was actually a lower low being created over here. But okay, so now we see this rejection. Now we can confirm that price made a new higher high. Pardon me. So what I'm going to see, I want to see if we can have a candle closure, most likely at these previous highs, for possible continuation bullish, or these lows. And we could also possibly, if this was a live chart, trying to see, okay, this is a 100% move. I'm going to wait for a 50% correction, 60, at least 50%. This is not 50. at least 50% correction of the move for entering. So because it's now a bullish lower time frame. High time frame is consolidation, lower time frame it's a bullish consolidation. Of course, this is not an entry point, but okay. So you can see here that we have candle confirmation, a double candle confirmation for possible entry, and this is most likely a 60 to 70% rejection retracement. Like here, yeah, these previous highs, and it's basically over there. So with that in mind, we have this movement and a possible scalp that will go back to these previous highs. I have no idea if this would have been a 30 pip, 10 pips. For sure, this would be a 15 pips stop loss, at least 15 pips. I'm not really sure because I cut it, so I don't know. I don't even know what day was it. We have this strong bullish move, and this could have been a quick scalp on the upside. So, but what we see, we already identified this is a strong 15-minute PSA, and we see that the price is now rejecting it. It is failing to break above. So what we see is that we see bearish movement. So far, we are still in a bullish bias because price didn't break yet below here. This could have possibly been your secondary entry, but you and I should understand that this is now a rejection. This is now a double top at a strong 15-minute PSA. So what I might turn into is I want to see this price action fail to make a new high and then continuation bearish, because this is relevant. This is not a random PPL. It's not like in the middle of the PSA. So let me cancel this and let's see where the price goes. It immediately makes a new higher, lower high at this previous PSA and is now digging below. We still have the key level, but so far you can't really say, of course you don't even have the close at the key level, you can't really say that lower time frame you are bullish anymore. So that's why you can't really take this buy. Can you say that you are bearish? If this 15-minute PSA is stronger and relevant, then you might start to think about it after seeing this further rejection. But what you would like to see is already highlighted over here, is that you would like to have a bearish break below this previous order block lows or the key level for a possible entry. So mainly it's about the key level. Why? Because why key level, even though we have this PSA on the left hand side, which could possibly bounce off and come back up? Because we are anticipating that this liquidity, look at the size and how many bearish candles in this time frame are indicative of the strong. So this candle was actually the break and retest of the level of the confirmation. How strong the momentum for the bearish side is. So that's why you could say that if this another candle retests this level, so I don't know if it will actually, if another candle retests this level, you could enter in anticipation of the correction. Otherwise, probably it will give you a break and retest of this previous PSA. The momentum is strong bearish. I'm not taking any entry now, but my high risk, high reward entry would be at this key level. My safer entry would be below these previous lows on the left hand side. So let's see how the price develops. So you see that you have a candle tapping it. This candle is tapping this the key level, and that's why you could have your high risk, high reward entries. And then not real, so far not a real break below here, breaking a retest of this here or this area so far. But you can see that, okay, your entry at the key level would have been already 30 pips in profit, and that's a win. After that, you see that there's a bounce from here. So that's why there's a Fibonacci tool placed. Because, okay, let's see, this is 50%, at least 50% I would like all these previous PSA. So we see bullish move, bullish correction. I don't know now where this rejection is coming from. It's not a key level. It's probably not a strong for our PSA. So, okay, price is showing you, but yes, it's starting to show you some weakness. That's why you could have a high risk, high reward. Mainly also because if you notice what we are tapping, so of course we are tapping into this previous PSA, and this wick tapped the previous PSA on the left hand side. So it's not necessary that price will go and tap the key level, but of course now your entry, if you enter over here, the stop loss will be already 15 pips, should already be above there. Targeting this 30 pips should be around there. You see, you stay a little bit in drawdown. You have a nice confirmation that the price was tapping exactly not the wick, but the candle body. Yeah, you stayed a little bit in drawdown, but this is a good candle confirmation that you should stay in your trade, and that's your entry. That's your, okay, I'm out of drawdown. Anything that happens is good. We are now possibly retesting again these previous lows. As you can see, candle weakness, and that's when price goes to your TP. Yeah, in this case, that would be the TP, or possibly even further. That was actually, oopsie, that was actually the TP. I don't know if that's a 30 pips, but it was pretty random, but that's, so sorry. That was about it. Okay, so this was the 27. So what I will do is say, okay, my main entry was over there. So it's a break and retest of key level after seeing strong 15-minute PSA double top, strong momentum, and expecting price to break below key level aggressively. Entry planned at retest of key level or previous order block lows on the left. Okay. In this case, that's of course in trend, win either way. I don't think that, yeah, this entry was never touched. I don't know if this entry, this is a 15 pips or not, but anyway, that would be good. Okay, single candle confirmation at key level, multiple candle confirmation at previous order block close. Best entry at in trend candle close for key level. So, yes. So for example, the in trend or the opposite. So you can see here that the key level, the entry would have been at this candle top. I wouldn't say that you should enter when the candle is so bullish over here, but when the candle close bearish, that's where you should have entered. So you are entering sells at the candle closing bearish. So that's an in trend entry. The entry that I said I will take over here at this candle closing wick, that's a bullish candle close for a sell trade. So that's an opposite candle. If you enter this bullish candle closing where it is, that's an opposite, because you are entering at opposite side of the trade that you want to take. If you enter at this candle, that will be an in-trend candle confirmation. Let's move on. So for example, like here now, these are old setups, so I'm not really focusing on anything in particular. Now we're just talking mainly about what is happening, what we are seeing on the chart. So for example, this now price is in a consolidation. You can see it over here. There's quite a few pips, I would say. That's a big range. That's what I want to say. You have sells at the top, buys at the bottom, but I would actually likely to skip up this one because they're not giving me too much. I think this is the same trade. Yes, this is the same trade. With it. As you can see, that it will go down here, tap again this level, yada yada yada. Okay, so in this case, let's analyze this trade idea. So identifying that we are reacting at these previous highs, of course. That's okay. That's something that I want to analyze. Is that okay? This is too risky to enter. It's not like we are getting to a TP, to a top, to a possible supply area. I enter at this candle. No, that's very risky because price. Look at how strong it is going bullish. So this is too counter trend for me to take an entry on the sell side at the first stop. And it's something that I used to do and sometimes I still do. But what you can see is that price is going bullish a lot. It's breaking, okay, it's breaking and retesting. It's facing this entry, but what you can see is that you have the first rejection, then you have a retest, and if this retest is not closing above, then it's most likely that if you see a rejection or closing over there, that's most likely that the price will continue then. So this can be your safer entry at the break and retest. I'm talking about this, of this entry, or price making a new lower high over there, or waiting for a safer entry, which is the break and retest of the key level, again. Oh, and then again, all the price action giving you, look at here, all the price action showing you that the retest of this previous lows was respected, or the safest entry is clear. It's clearly the this one on down below, because we are confirming this bearish candle. We are confirming a breakout of this previous last lower, this is the last lower low, and breakout, two candles, you can enter at this candle. For example, this is an opposite candle entry, this is an intraday candle entry, this is an opposite candle entry, intraday candle entry, and that in this case 12. Yeah, that could be a 30 pips. Otherwise, that would probably take you out at break even if you have the rule. Anyway, so that was number 30. Let's see if we have further. Okay, this was 30. Okay, this is 30 pips, I would say. Then what you see is that the whole bearish move, you can see it over here. That's the all bearish move, and you have now around 50, a little bit more than 50% retracement. As you can see, 50, 61. So you can also just see the PSA. You can see how this PSA gave multiple reaction, and you have a double top over there. Where could have you entered? I would probably have entered, knowing myself, right now I could have probably entered over here. So either over here or over there at this candle close. 15 pips should still be good. If this here might still be, if this is 15 pips. Yeah. Yeah, should be still good. Yeah, a lot of drawdown, not very good, but unless I'm tapped out, that's why I should stay. Yes, I don't like this PSA. Okay, now price is making a new blah 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 blah, but still the price. If I got out anywhere early at break even, maybe over here, when I see that there's a double top, triple top even over there, that's where I could have had further entry at this same PSA. And yes, price is not bearish yet. Price is bullish, this is just random. 75% retracement. This is, for example, lower time frame. Lower time frame, this is counter trend because we are making a new lower low. But high time frame, this is bullish. The only thing is that this very nice candle setup of vacuum, this is probably a session close, session open, hourly close, hourly open. This is simply a straight liquidity grab, just a vacuum in the orders, and that's a liquidity grab for the continuation bullish. So if you see this kind of price action after this small volume, that's most likely that the price will not continue here. We grab liquidity to go back up. But as you can see, price also gave you further opportunities of entering anywhere over here. So that's basically it. Okay guys, I'm quite tired. I'll see you for the next video. So take care.